Alright, I'm going to take this time to make a quick video to help you get started on spaghetti sign. So the first thing I did was take two pieces of the same color of construction paper and I flipped them over and taped them together on the back. Then flip them back over, and this is where you're going to create your sign graph from the unit circle. So we have our instruction sheet, and first you want to cut out your unit circle that's blank and put that over here to the left and glue that down. Then the next thing you want to do is start following the directions on your assignment sheet. So it says to write the radian measure for each angle of the circle. So we're going to go around the circle and put all the radian measures for each point, just like we practiced for the past couple of days. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to wrap the yarn around the circle so that it is the length of the circumference of the circle. So the yarn that you've been given, you're going to take and you're going to wrap around the edge after you write down all the radians, and you're going to wrap it around the outside circumference of your circle. So I'm going to pause, glue my circle down, wrap my string really nice and neat, and then I'll come back and show you what I've got so far. Okay, so now I have my circle glued down. I have labeled all of the radians around the entire unit circle, just the radian measure. That's all I'm interested today. And then I put the string around the outside and I'm about to trim it. Then I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to mark a little mark on my string at every one of these marks on the unit circle. Okay, so I'm going to pause and do that and I will be back. Okay, so now you can see that I have the string marked with all the little tick marks from the unit circle. Then I'm going to take my string starting with 0 and I am going to bring it over here to the right, and this is going to be the x-axis of my sine graph. So what we want to do now is make it nice and straight and fit over there. And we need to draw a y-axis and label this as 0, and then rewrite all of our radian measures where we have tick marks. So again, I'm going to pause and show you what to do for this part. Alright, so here is my graph, the y-axis and the x-axis all set up for my graph of sine now. I have used my string with the marks that I took straight from my circle over here, and then I rewrote all the radian measures that came from around the circle. So hopefully at this point you're starting to see that our sine graph is a direct correlation to the unit circle. So next we're going to use our linguini to help transfer all the measurements of sine from here, which are the vertical measurements, over to our graph over here. So hold on one second and let me get out my linguini and I will help you do that part. Alright, so here is my linguini. I am going to take the linguini and line it up with pi over 6, and that would be the vertical distance from that point down to the x-axis right here. And then I need to break it. So I can't do that and hold my phone at the same time, so hold on one second. Okay, so this will be the last segment of the video to help you get started. But I've broken 3 pieces of linguini to show you the gist of it. So you take the linguini after you've broken it off the vertical distance between the x-axis and pi over 6. And you bring it over here and you're going to glue it down right there. Then we have pi over 4 right there. We have pi over 3. We're just going to line that one up. And then my paper got bumped, so let me fix those. So you're going to glue these down as you go. And then 0 just had a 0 distance right there. So that is an actual point on our graph, but it just didn't have any kind of height right there. So then continue going along, and you are now on step 6. You're breaking one piece of spaghetti so that it's the vertical distance from the initial angle 0 to the point pi over 6 on the circle. like the picture shows. That's what I was showing you in person. And then instead of taping it, we are using glue. Just try to be neat as you can and use a Q-tip with the Mod Podge to dip in there and get you some glue. And then you don't have to coat or like be too aggressive with the glue. It'll stick pretty good. And then try to continue the rest of the activity and answer the questions. But I'm here to help. This should hopefully help you get started.